All right, there you go. I need caffeine bad. I would like to tell you all that there's new content coming out on the channel, and I hope you all like it. I think you will. I think a lot of you are gonna like it a lot. Seriously, I think you're gonna like it a lot. What do you think about that? So there's new content coming out. 48 hours, something like that. So there we go. Absolutely. Come on. I wouldn't want to disappoint anyone. You know. Come on. Please. Gotta keep it going. I had potato chips for breakfast. I woke up early because I am sort of excited because there's like new content coming out. You know, it's new. You know, probably more. You know, makes sense. I didn't sleep real early last night. I didn't get a whole lot of sleep because I woke up so early. But I'm up, so I'm gonna stay up for the day. I got shit to do, and I'm waiting on something. And what else? I got to figure out part of a shoot for some of the new content. New content could be a game changer. You know, game changer. So that's what I'm hoping. Need a high production rate. I think I'm gonna have it. And other things to go along with the high production rate that is necessary for my channel. And it looks like I got it. So, what do they say? It all works out in the end, right? Come on, man. I don't want to be behind this fucking... I'm behind a dump truck that has a trailer with a loader on the back. It's just spitting out. Did they pick up that dead deer? I think they did. Somebody got it, thank God. Or is that up here? It's spitting out diesel smoke. It just smells like shit. I'm not going back to sleep. There's no way. I've been sleeping a lot lately, so I feel all right. Here's where the dead deer is. Let's see if it's still here. Somebody pick it up. I guess the highway department got it. Looks like it. Still should have grabbed it. He probably took it over to where the vultures hang out. It's down the road. It's like a works department place for like road work and stuff. And they got up piles of gravel and they like to go hang out there. And I'm assuming that that's what happens is the highway department goes in there with like deer that they got to pick up, and then dumps them in there to keep the ravens around. Not ravens, vultures. Because every year they're there. They're bitching. They are. I need caffeine. Also got it's my phone calling to prescriptions. Need that Lipitor. Caffeine bad. I'm all over the road. I'm tired. Very excited. You say something to somebody and they say, it'll be done by the end of the week. But it's not done by the end of the week, it's done in 24 hours. Bingo! Bingo! That's it. That's it. That's it. Prolific. Evidently. I could talk about the other stuff, but I won't because it'll come off a certain way, so I won't. But you'll see. You'll see. Bam! You gotta produce. If you're gonna make art, you gotta produce. You cannot fucking sit around and you gotta make production. That's what you're doing. You're making fucking work. You're supposed to be making stuff. If you can't make stuff, then maybe you need to do something else. That's it. So, as an artist, it's important that you make stuff. If you're not making stuff, you're not an artist. You can't be an artist. You can't just make stuff every now and then, sit around and wait for somebody else to make it. That's not how life works. So, if you're making stuff, make it then. Don't have excuses, just fucking belt it out. It's exactly it. I'm gonna take a B complex. Me, look at me. Do I ever stop making stuff? No. I'm always, even if I'm not making it, I'm thinking about making it. That's the way it has to be. Seriously. Let me get my caffeine and then I'm going to call this stuff into Wegmans. Vitamin, it's B12 complex. I take 2 of these because they're small. They're pretty low. Thiamine, B2. It's in my 20 milligrams. B6, folate, B12. To make work, then you have to make work. You can't just be an artist and talk about it. What the hell is that? Oh, that's aspirin. That's baby aspirin. Where's the lid? Oh, great. I feel like I should have this baby aspirin in case I'm having a fucking heart attack. Take one of these. They have caffeine in them. Where's my robot to go get me my fucking caffeine? Fuck it, you know? That's the way it goes. Bittersweet. Life is bittersweet. What kind of content? Different. Trust me, it's different. It'll look different. It'll look different. Oh, hang on. Let's plug this in. All right. Different content. Different content. Different look. Different look. Lord, my pride for you, lived a life for you. You just make me feel like a thief. Pull over here. Not doing anything yet. You know, I'm really. I don't know. I'm not a hard guy. I'm not that hard to work with. I'm not. Just. There's many people that know that. I feel like a thief. I'm gonna go here. The sun comes up. We'll get some sun. I'm gonna weed my yard a little bit today. Oh, I'm gonna call in my script to Wegmans. A new look, right? Same level, new look. How do I do this? How is this? This is. Cheers. Green screen, yes. Maybe I grabbed the wrong one. Yeah. Shouldn't be out. I'm sorry, hang on. Oh well, they'll contact the doctor. Yeah, green screen, but no, different, just all around different. It's just gonna be different. It's gonna be different. Some people might not like it. I think the majority of people are gonna like it though. There's always somebody that doesn't like it, but what are you gonna do? There's some making a valiant effort to get content out for sure. So, I mean, what the hell? What am I gonna do? Um, this person's got this nice house. It's right across the street from Dandy, though. Like if it was way back in the woods, it would be so awesome. And like a sweet looking barn. They use as a garage, but they're right across the street from Dandy. It'd be a nightmare. This gun debate thing is ridiculous. Make some changes, man. 18-year-old doesn't need to have a gun. If they have a gun, it can be left at their parents' house, or the parent can buy it. I mean, when I was in first grade, I didn't buy my 28 gauge. My father did. It's still my gun. And I'm out. I gotta wake up. It's nice. What's this guy doing? I'm up early, so I gotta get my shit together. That lets you out. I did a session with him real quick, and then I gotta go let the other dogs out. Guess I'm gonna work on the clamshell. I also have to find something for a shoot or make something. I don't know. I guess I could make something. Maybe there's something in the barn somewhere around the house that I could use. I need some kind of vessel to like put stuff in that I'm gonna bury. Oh no, that would have worked great. God damn it. I had a metal box, but I turned it into a bait box for rats. So I'm gonna leave that because fuck the rats. Maybe there's something back here. I could use this maybe. This sort of looks absurd, but it might work. I think I might use this. Bury it in that. No, that doesn't really make sense. If I had a strong box or something, that would be good. Even a pressure cooker. Be a lot of digging, but I could do it. But this whole thing about guns, man, just take it off the table that anybody under 21 can go buy a gun. It's ridiculous. Just can't drive a car until you're 21. You can't rent a car until you're 21. You can't drink until you're 21, but you can buy a gun? Come on. Screw it. You can wait You don't need a gun that bad. If they hunt and stuff, they're gonna have guns anyway through their parents. So what's the problem? I was a member of the NRA for years. I would never have anything to do with that organization anymore, but yeah, today's like a weird day because it's like, it was yesterday, and then just like a same day with a little bit more crap at the end. Like, it's just like par for the course, you know. Where's that hole in one, you know? Doesn't happen. It's just par for the course. And then it just, you know, you just have to life can be a bummer. I don't understand people though. I don't get it. Some people are too wrapped up in their own shit to realize that they can even make a mistake, or that they're making mistakes because it's too much about it's impossible for introspection because of whatever reason. It's like if you can never admit fault, you're gonna have a hard time dealing with people and working with people. Like, you can't be like, you might find like I'm not hard to deal with. Like, artistically, I'm not. Like, it's a nice looking house too. Once again, It's got dandy on the side of it. Um, anyway, I feel energized about cleaning up inside. I'm gonna have to do both today. I gotta work on the shell. And you know, I don't know what is she here? You want me to ask her? You keep asking this and you're just fucking like, you know, what's the matter with you? You know, you just don't shut up, do you? You don't. You just keep going. Do you ever say anything else? No, you don't. You just keep doing the same shit, man. What's the matter with you, man? You can ask me how the Raven is, too? What's the matter with you? I don't give a shit how long you've been on the channel. You're fucking annoying, man. God, man. Fucking idiot, man. He just never shuts up. It's always the same shit. I don't know. That's one down. I'm gonna do another one. I have to, I got the clamshell going. I have to just define it a little bit more, and then I'm gonna start smoothing on the thin set. I think so. But more than that, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look around the barn, see if I can find real thin plywood, and you know, there's the clamshell, and then it's like this part. Well, this part, I'm gonna make wood so that I can attach it to the top and the half together. See ya 0011122233. You know what? Let me try my friend who I think has COVID before I forget. She's an idiot. She's like one of the smartest idiots I've ever known. Do I not have that number on here? Let me see if I got it in my fucking contacts. That's it, right? Make sure she knows that that's my other number. Their dad's fucking, they won't fucking get fucking vaccinated. It's like this fucking weird conspiracy family. None of them are dumb either. It's weird. It's like, but they're intelligent, but they want to believe conspiracy shit. It's almost like my friend talks about it like, yeah, but yeah, you know, oh yeah, you know, like, it's a lot of bravado with her, I'll tell you that. It's like, that's sort of who she is. Amen, Peter. I guess that sounds pretty religious, but what else was I thinking? But she's like, no, I'm not getting that. I said, why not? And she goes, because the government makes it. And I'm like, the government doesn't make the vaccine. That's Pfizer, Moderna, and J&J. Those are privately held companies. And her response was, whatever you say. And see, she wants this government thing. But I think her father's really like that, like government conspiracy guy. He saw that 9/11 movie, and he's convinced that, we bombed, we we made the planes go into our own building. You know, um, you can make a movie and make anything sound palatable. You can. I mean, Dinesh D'Souza just made some uh, movie, some Republican right-wing sort of conspiracy thing about voter fraud. It's a joke, man. But if you didn't know any better, you'd be, oh yeah, look, see, yeah, okay, you know. Mm, God, that's good. So it's convincing when you see something like that. Like the Russians took a video of Michelle Obama on Ellen, on the Ellen show, and they made it look like she had junk. And people saw it and, oh my God, look at that. You realize that's the Russian government. That'd be like going to Hollywood. Can you make this look like? Oh yeah, we could do that. Give us an hour. That's all it is. It's like the Russian government had a little bit of money and time, and let's do that. We could take that. She's one of those culottes. We'll make it look like she's a dude. Just absurd. And it's the thing of it is, it's weird. Like, who would care anyway? You have to be like, have real issues to really give a shit if Michelle was a man or a woman. She's a woman, but do you know what I'm saying? Like, who cares? Fucking next, move on. Is she a decent human being? Good enough. What her personal life is, I really don't give a shit. You know, there's a lot of people that are worried about the wrong thing. But but people they see it or hear it, and then they believe it. You better watch out what you're saying, Balls or whatever your name is. You better remove that Holocaust statement. I don't find it funny. I give you 10 seconds to remove it, or I'll just remove you. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and the problem is like when a person hears it the first time, they sort of think it, and then even if they're told like, well, that's not true, it's still in the back of their mind. It's some kind of psychological thing that like we all have. Like, it's like, thank you, I appreciate it. This is still a Holocaust, man. Don't make a joke out of it. You know, it's you know what I mean. Like, millions of people died. I don't know. Oh, Scoodle Moose. What the fuck is going on? Scoodle Moose is over here on Instagram. Scoodle Moose. Got some content changes coming up, Scoodle Moose. We'll see how everybody likes it. We'll see. Scoodle Moose. What do you think about that? Any shows you've been watching? No. I started watching Outer Range, and then I just sort of lost interest or something. Like, it's not. It's true. Walter White was the secret president of the U.S. and planted Bigfoot in the forest experiment. What, in another world? Walter White, man, that was a great show. That was. Tired, sick, trying to get back to sleep. Really excited to know what the new content is. Oh, you'll see. It's coming up soon enough. You know, I mean, I'm like making it, so it's sort of going to be the same. But there is green screen stuff coming up, but there's a whole other like sort of umbrella thing that's going to make it sort of look totally different. Different, you know, meaning just different, not, what's that, COVID, haven't caught it yet, but feeling like trash. Oh, really? You could have it. Scoodlemoose, did you get you're vaccinated, right? You don't seem like an idiot. You vaccinated? Stay up to date on your vaccines. You're not like super young, are you? How old are you? If you don't mind me asking. Frogman content. There will be Frogman content coming up. There's a lot of stuff coming up, but I'm just telling you, it's a surprise. You'll see. There's a lot of different content coming up, but there's a general 40. So you do vaxxed and boosted, good girl. You'll see. It's gonna have a new. You'll see. You'll see. Don't worry. I won't. How's Carol? Who's Carol? I don't know. You just. This is the second time you've posted gibberish. First you did the Holocaust, now you're asking, how's Carol? You gotta go, you know, I gave you a chance and, you know, is the Coke still cold? What, this? This isn't a Coke. Scoodlemoose is 40. That's all right. Okay. Scoodlemoose, all right. You're a kid. You're a young kitten still. You're 40. I'm 19 years older than you. Holy shit. How did this happen? You know, I'll be honest with you, man. I just don't feel like 59, man. Like, the stuff I think about and shit, I just don't feel like... I don't feel like I think other 59-year-olds feel. I can't explain it. And now that my hip is rocking out... Oh, you're 59 too, Karen? Congratulations. I just had my birthday in May. Feel like $1 million. You don't feel like you're 26, you feel like you're 8? Come on, Cartwheel. Really? Are you gonna go get a G.I. Joe or something? Or yours is in July, so you'll be 60? God, rocks don't live that long. It's pretty old. 60? Better you than me. That'll be a tough one for me. I think, maybe not. I got a year to get used to it. Isn't 60 the new 40 or some shit? I listen, I definitely not get one of those midlife crisis, right? You couldn't see me having that, right? It is what it is. You don't see me in a red sports car or any other thing. My brain is not up to snuff, haha. I don't care about age. I don't care about my age either. Fuck it. What am I gonna do? I can get along with younger. I can get along with older. It's just like age is just a number. It's true. It really does not matter. If it's an adult, I can get along with you. Maybe. It's the truth. Now, kids. Not really into kids. There have been some kids, I'm calling them kids because today they graduate, so they're no longer a kid. They're 18. They've been on my thing. One kid's real funny, smart, but three of them, they're all, graduating and shit. So I said, man, as soon as you graduate, I'll let you back on the stream anytime you want. They're polite and they're fucking, I can talk to them, but 3 weeks ago, I look at them as like, they're still in high school. I don't want them on the stream. But the kid was on the stream, I'm like, he's fine, he's like, again, he's funny. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I could get along with most adults, 18 to 80. I don't give a shit. I take all comers. I don't really give a shit. Kids, I don't really have anything in common with kids. You know, I don't. Whose brain is up to snuff, though? I should get dishwashing soap before I go back. I think I'm gonna do that. The green screen room is all cleared out, which is awesome. I might put my Batgirl mermaid on green screen today. What's the agenda for today? Thoughts on a bite of 87. Thoughts on the bite of 87. I don't know what that is. Did you some new content? I'm waiting to see what it looks like. I already have a feeling it's gonna look good. And what else? I'm gonna work on the clamshell, define it more, and get ready to start smoothing it over with thin set. So this will probably be the last day of sanding, I think. And then I'm gonna start filling in areas and going over it with thin set. So, and probably put some kind of wood down there where the clamshells come together, so I can like bolt it some way. I have to work with Lutzy some more. He's getting the reverse retrieve. And I'm waiting to see this stuff that's been shot. Which I was told last night it was done. So it's like somebody I'm working remotely with, who's not far, you know, it's relatively close. Either times of the year, it's, you know. It's well, I don't want to talk about it. It's not really that important. But it is important because it's new content and a new look. So artistically, I don't think this could be too much of a problem. Work ethic wise, not much of a problem. If you say something to somebody, like give them a time frame, and say, you leave the time frame open, and they say it'll be done in 5 days, but it's done in a day and a half. That's a real good sign. That's a real good sign, because artistically you don't want shit to sit, because when it sits, it goes stagnant. It doesn't get done. You push through at all costs. You create, and that's it. So you don't want to sit on an idea too long. Some ideas will sit on a long time, but if something's going, get it done. Get it done. Don't wait. Putting shit off when you're talking about art is a mistake. It is, because thoughts. Do you have any advice on being a successful comedian? Well, here's the deal. When I did stand up, I didn't do it a whole lot, because to do stand up is like to do anything. You must practice your craft. And when you're doing that, you have to do it weekly. I have a friend in New York City. She's weekly going up. That's how you have to do it. The other thing that I would say is don't get stuck into you're doing this like one monologue. This don't do that. You should be writing or doing different stuff weekly. Don't do this one thing at one club and then go to another club and do the same thing. I suggest some type of stream of consciousness where you have an idea when you're going up and you just let it roll. Not everybody can do it. That's why a lot of people have like this bit, like I think you should have like a set idea, like maybe do a set like it's about sex or something, and have a more general idea about the sex, like I never get it, or something. My old lady, something. Get it out of your noggin and into the world. Right, that is correct. Do not let it sit. If you're producing stuff, you need to get it done, or else it won't get done, and then it's never going to see the light of day. So you can't sit here and make excuses. I have this going on, or I got a headache, or whatever it is. You got to get it done, and you have to have that inner drive. If you don't have that inner drive, find out why you don't have that inner drive, and if there's some kind of contributing factor like alcoholism or something, dope smoking, whatever, then quit. Right, and get that inner drive if that's what you want to do. But a successful comedian, being a comic, like I don't think that you need to be doing clubs nowadays. There are people that just do it on YouTube and stuff. You don't really need to do that. It's a really sort of traditional way to think of like, I'm going to do stand-up. I mean, things change. A lot of things change. We don't use payphones anymore, Things change. So to be funny, you don't have to be on stage in front of people. You should probably practice your craft good enough that you could do it if need be. But I'm just telling you, that lifestyle. I only had two. The first time I did, I only had 2 dogs. I was still flipped out about them. That was back when I was drinking, though. I was a terrible owner when I was a drunk. But right now, like, man, I can't go away for more than a certain amount of time without being flipped out, about are the animals okay? So, do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, I worry about them. So to do stand up, man, you gotta have your plate empty. So my friend, she's a mom, but she has like, the kids are away at the dad's house, and that's when she does stand up. And she doesn't have to travel that far. She's on the Upper East Side, so there's plenty of places to go to. Yeah, if you're producing stuff, you better produce and not talk about your idea, and just do it, because that, like, I want to do this, and this only goes so far. If you are not producing, you're not making art, then maybe you don't want to be an artist. Maybe you like the idea of being an artist, but, if your main objective should be producing stuff. It should be about production. Or at least a lot of it should be. But, I mean, a lot of people have the idea, like, I want to do a certain job or something, but then they don't really strive to do it. That'd be true of just being an artist. Like, it's not going to be easy. And a lot of times things that are difficult, they're worthwhile. So you stick with it. So you don't just quit because things are difficult. That would be, but on the same hand, like if it's too difficult, quit and do something else. You can't swim upstream, man. You can do it for a little bit and then cut and swim to the bank. You gotta go with the flow. You don't want to swim downstream either. Don't backtrack. I never want to look back and say if I only would have. You know, there's never been a time that I've done that. I remember I had, before Tasho, I was like, God, he could just make me look like an asshole. That's what I thought. And there were people that were saying, you know who you're dealing with? And I said, yeah, I know. I wouldn't do it. That's what they said. I said, no, I'm going to deal with it. I can deal with him. Because I was like, what if I don't do it? Then I'm gonna think of myself as a pussy, and I'll regret it for the rest of my life. And what's the worst thing that's gonna happen? It's gonna make you look like an idiot or odd. I make myself look like an idiot and odd all the time, so who gives a shit? So I did it. I don't regret it. On the same hand, there was a YouTuber with, I don't know how many, he's got 8 or 9 million, that wanted to do a collab. I turned him down. I was gonna do it with him, and then I was like, no, this guy this is not a collaboration. A collaboration, you listen to the other person's ideas. He didn't want to have any of that. He just wanted to come and film. And I said no. He said no. I said thanks, but no thanks. I don't know. He's a nice guy. I like talking to him. You know, he was one of the few people that I knew that would like send a text, like a video message. I told him, I said, I'm not going to use any of your stuff to make videos. He said, I believe you. I don't care. You know, I have some things that I just won't do. You know. You know, I don't want the guy on my bad side. Maybe at some point I work with him. I don't know. But even if I knew that I wouldn't work with him, I don't want him on my bad side. Like, you know, I got to put out the video messaging, you know, me and him back and forth. You know, it would have been like, oh, look, there he is. I'm not going to say who this guy was, but he was pretty well known. It's tough saying no, but I just didn't want to end up like Airsoft Fatty. How about that? I just didn't want to do it, man. That'll give you an idea who it was. Let me text and see. She does have a autoimmune thing. She has psoriasis. I don't know if that counts. She has another deal too. She seems healthy. She has 2 like autoimmune things. I hope she's all right. She's also a person that might like it if people worry about her. So yeah, she might be fine. But you can't be around that. The new COVID, it's highly contagious. You don't get as sick, but you get it a lot easier. You know, not good. It's people like that aren't getting vaccinated that make the virus mutate. We're never gonna get out of this. We're never gonna get out of it if you fuckers won't go get your fucking vaccine. We need herd immunity. We're not getting herd immunity because of assholes. And herd immunity, listen, you get this? You know how long, you know about how long you get immunity for? From getting it naturally and not being vaccinated? About 2-3 months, tops. It's like getting a cold. You ever had a cold more than once a year? Yeah, there you go. Same thing, it's a coronavirus. Wake the fuck up. God, I'm tired. This is caffeine and kick in. Wasn't too terribly late when I went to sleep, but it wasn't early either. Something got me in a mood. I saw something I didn't need to see from a mental patient. Not a mental patient, just a fucking person that's mental. I don't need that. No one needs that. Like, somebody that just wants to harass people. Like, what's your problem? You know, clearly you have one. Shouldn't be with me. Don't make shit up about me. I'm not litigious, it's a problem. And you know, you don't want to just sue anybody. So it's not even worth it. Those potato chips. That was my breakfast, not the best. Yeah, I'll work on the shell today. It looks sort of... I don't think it's supposed to rain. Let me see. I bet my friend doesn't respond. I bet she does sort of like people worrying about her. Because I noticed, I've been around her and she won't answer her phone for days. You know, family members will be like, are you okay? Are you, you know, like, I think she likes that. She's like that. Like, I think she wants to know that people care about her. Like, it's important. Some people are like that. So they don't respond to you. And that would be this person that might have COVID. She's like, sort of like that. She wants to know that you care. Which I find sort of narcissistic for sure. You know, there's a narcissism involved with somebody that like really wants you to worry. You know, like, you know, I don't hold it against her because I know who she is. It's fine. Let's see what the weather is. Isolated thunderstorms. Hang on. A few storms may be severe today. Isolated thunderstorms this morning, then mainly cloudy during the afternoon, with thunderstorms likely. A few storms may be severe. High 83. All right. Tomorrow's 72. No rain. I don't know. I guess I could take the clamshell inside the barn and work on it there. It doesn't matter. I'll blow that stuff out. It's not much. You know, most of it's done. It's all sort of finished work. Do wish I had a detail sander, but I do not, so. Yum, yum, yummy. Who needs it? You know? Who needs it? Too much of a hassle. Things shouldn't be difficult. That difficult. Peripheral people, you know, they're horrible. You don't need it. You just don't need it, you know? It's just like, what makes somebody's life hell? Life is too short. I'm gonna go get soap, dish soap. So I got it. It's not that messy. It's just like stuff that's been sitting there like that. So last night I was in the barn. I was in a mood, so I'm gonna go live stream. Then I came in. I'm like, ah, fuck, man, I forgot to do khakis. Khakis deal is like nothing now. It's really easy to clean up. But I think I need to do the whole room so the tile really stays down good, because I had one tile sort of pick up. So I think I need to do the whole room and do it right. Like maybe I need to throw some plywood down before I do it, so everything's nice and flat, and then it's all glued down. Or I need to do that kind of floor that floats. And that's not glued down at all. It just snaps together, which that might be an idea too. Okay, so you're in the drive of the Dollar General. I bet Dollar General is not open. I'll go back to Dandy and get my dish soap. They got it, right? Certainly. Swallow my pride for you. Lived in life for you. I can't get any relief. Alright, so let's turn around here. Let's do this. Yeah, it's still early, man. Dandy is not open. See, I got up so early. I was just like, I got up, I was thinking, oh man, new content. This is fucking great. And I couldn't go back to sleep. This is great. It really is. There's so much shit to do. There's stuff in the works I don't really want to talk about. Skinny Hulk needs to be made. It does. It needs to be made for. I can't talk about it, but it needs to be made, and it's gonna be made. So it's gonna be different. It will be different. I'm just dying to see this shit. It's gotta look good. I can tell. I know it's gonna look good. Tough for it to look bad. It's gotta look good. That's how people are. They don't want to see. Well, some do, but that's not the product that I'm making. I wanna. I don't know. I know what I'm doing. I do. I know what I'm doing. I watched TV for years. I did. I would watch TV for years and think, I should make this, or I should make film, because it's just like, it just makes sense to me, and that's how I see things in like scenes. You know, it's like a channel, like switching channels or something. So this medium, this video medium is like, I mean, not this, but it's perfect for me. But I mean, I work in all mediums. This is just one that I really like to work in, and it has more of a possibility of mass appeal. Where a show in a gallery, some freak show I put up, is really specific that it would be people that are in the art will get. But I do make it for the general. It's not, I don't do heady work. Anybody's gonna get it. I'm not putting out like a Rothko where it has to be explained. Like, well, no, Rothkos don't really have to be explained. That's sort of like, that color field stuff is like, oh, either I like it or I don't. Maybe my stuff is sort of heady. I better get another caffeinated beverage too, because I'm like, still not up. It's not even 9 yet. I'm tired. Hang on. I debated whether I should go back to sleep, and I just was like, dude, you got content coming on, you know? Like, I've been down on... The Skinny Hulk thing is just like... just fucking stupid disregard for... fucking... God damn it. All right, got this, I got this, I'm ready to clean, but it's like, if you don't care about your future and know that you are the one that makes everything happen, like there's some stuff it seems like is fate, or even if it is fate, it's not. You have free will. You can make stuff happen. But if you think that stuff is just going to come your way, and you're not willing to compromise or work or do something about it, you're in for a rude awakening in life. Because the chances of something falling off a truck in your life that's going to be life-changing is zero. I don't want a vapid existence. You know, I don't want that even if it did. Like, my friend Wolfgang Petrick, he's about 80, 85 now. He's a German artist. He said this, he said, Peter, there's going to be people that are going to offer you stuff in your life. Don't take every offer you get. You know, don't. Wait for something that's really worthwhile. Don't just be like I won't just like do a podcast. You know, who is the I don't do podcasts anymore anyway. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it has to be something that's sort of, I wouldn't do just any art show, right? But if it's a gallery that's, you know, of a certain caliber, I'll do it. But I'm not gonna show my art at like an art fair in a parking lot or a fucking cafe. You don't do that. You have to pick and choose in life what is going to be palatable. You know, palatable where you can hold your head up and say, well, this is no problem. You know, this is worthwhile, and it's impressive. It's not. Well, anybody could do that. Anybody could get that. That's what I'm saying is, there are things in life that some people just get for superficial reasons, right? Those things are worthless. That's going to be worthless to you. It's not going to do anything for you. At the end of the day, you'll look back at your life and say, well, what did I fucking do? What did I fucking do? Did I do anything that changed anything for anybody, including myself? Or was it all just superficial nonsense that had to do with things that were of monetary value or commercialism? You know, it's don't take everything you get, but man, if something comes your way and it seems like, well, that's could be advantageous to me and maybe someone else or another entity, you take that. You don't chuck that aside for whatever reason. You knuckle under and you fucking figure out how to do it. But do not show your work in a cafe. Don't do that. Don't let anybody just in a collaborative effort. There's probably always going to be somebody, maybe that works quicker or is more technically astute or a better organizer. That's true, but that's fine. I wish that I could work with somebody that was worked harder than me. You know, that would be great, or at least could keep up production level that was worthy of me. Because at the end of the day, everything you do, you know, it's what your gravestone's going to say. You know, so you have to. At the end of the day, everybody should have concern about their own future, not just throw caution to the wind. And look at that, I'm a kite without a string. That's not going to be helpful for you when you're fucking my age. I see people my age, and I'm like, are in their 50s, that like haven't done anything with their lives. They're fucking miserable. They're so fucking miserable. I can think of this one person right now. I'm like, man, God loves you. You know, God loves you. That's the best I can come up with. It's like it's so obvious that the person is miserable and doesn't have a life, and their life has just passed them up. It's sad. It is. That has not happened in my life. I have not. I'm still striving. I'm still working. I'm still, digging as deep as I can to get what I want before I leave. You gotta have drive. If you don't have drive, find out why you don't have drive. If you want to have drive and you don't have drive, figure out why you don't. Even when I was a drunk, I had drive. I said this the other day. I told her on a high, but she was talking about how a lot of artists have a meteoric rise, and then they just stop making work. And she said, I don't get that from you. Like, you're probably just always gonna make. People have said that. Like, I'm a novelty artist. You're always gonna make shit, aren't you? I'll be broke. I'm still making shit. I'm not getting a show. I'm making shit. I'm gonna get a show. And I told her flat out. I said, listen, I'm not afraid of it. I'll deal with it if I get it. I still feel like that. I mean, people, I've known people that are famous before, right? They got to train their dogs and shit. And I've talked to people like, oh, well, how was that, meeting that person? I'm like, I don't know, it's just a dude, And they're all like starstruck and everything, but I just don't have that because I'm not an equal with them at all. I'm just like sort of in a position where I know that I can deal with it, and it's not gonna fuck me up any worse than I am. It can't go to my head. I can't be bought. If it happens, it'll happen, and I'm just striving for it. It is related. All that's sort of related to the amount of content I put out too. I know that it is, and I know that even though I think that my art is supposed to have a bigger meaning. Like there's some kind of importance, and I'm not really sure what it is, but there's some kind of reason that I make stuff. I wish I was in a better position financially so that I could make more stuff. That's what it's about. It's about production. It's hard. It's hard with being broke and I still make stuff, of course, but I mean, like, God, in the early 2000s, I had invested some money in some biotechs, and I had money on paper. I did spend a lot of it, like, putting up shows, but I didn't get enough out, and the market tanked on me in, like, 2008. But I was in a position where I could go to the hardware store, and it's always like $100. I'd go 3-4 times a week getting material. $100, because I had the money. So it all went to materials. Like the motors that I have right now, that was a period where I designed the armatures and bought the motors and had the armatures made. So I still have those because I was thinking ahead. I thought, you might not always have money, but you're always going to make art. And now that you're making kinetic art, you probably want to pursue that for the rest of your life. That'll be one thing that I'll study for the rest of my life is kinetic art. So I have those, and I have plenty. Like if the Whitney called me, I could put up a show, no problem. I gotta always use pneumatics now because I started using pneumatics, but pneumatics, so much weight, you can break stuff, and they both have drawbacks, but a show's only 30 days. Even if I did a museum show was up for 90 days, it'd be fine. But it just doesn't seem like um, your main objective as an artist is to produce work. That's it. That's it. That's what you want. You want production, and you want to work in a series. It doesn't it doesn't even matter if you work slow, but you have to constantly be producing. You can't, I know painters that work on one painting for weeks, but they're constantly painting. My friend Amy Cliff, man, she'll work on more than one thing at once, but she's constantly been producing work for the past. She's one of the few people I know that is my age that still produce work. The only difference between her and me is she doesn't show it. So I give her shit about it. I'm like, why don't you show it? And she's always said the same fucking thing. It's like, oh, it's not ready or something. Come on, man, it's never gonna be ready. That's why we're making art. It's like it's a constant, like, you're figuring it out. So you have to show it at some point to get feedback. And she shows it on Instagram, but she's not showing it in a gallery. It's different when you put something in a gallery, because then you are definitely going to have a critical eye. You could have a critical eye looking at it and get a review. Bad or good, it's like, here it is. As fucked up as I am, here it is. But you can't be an artist and not make work. You can scream minimalist all you want, but even minimalists produce a lot of work. That just might be white or have some kind of conceptual value to it, meaning it's an idea, but it's a thought process that, like, it should always be working towards a bigger picture. I look at Bjork or Grimes or somebody like that, man. It's like a bunch of stuff, and then it's put together for one larger piece. It's like an installational work. They're working a lot. They're not sitting on an idea. They're making production. They're producing work. So I might have 20 years left, or less, who knows? But I'm not gonna waste it. I'm not gonna waste it. I can't. Like, I don't know why I'm here. I don't know why any of us are here. But I do know that in this life, art seems to be something that I'm supposed to do. So I'm gonna do that as best as I can. It's same as dog training, or even comedy. Like those three things. Like I'm gonna fill up my life with as much of that as I can. Like anything else would just be vapid shit. Like, what am I gonna do? Collect coins? No, I'm not gonna collect coins. Like, collecting is a waste unless I'm, I collect my own art, sort of. It's a collection, and I'm trying to get more and more of it. But it's my own shit. It's not somebody else's shit that I'm collecting. I don't want to collect antique bicycles, which I've done. That was more about consumerism and me buying shit because I had money. That was back in the early 2000s. And I just thought that they were cool. Those old antique bicycles, I thought that they were neat, but at the end of the day, do I have any of them left? No, I sold them when I needed money. I sold all my shit that was worth value because I wanted to keep making art. Cartwheel, you're making a short film? Do it. I'd love to see it. What are you shooting it on? Are you going to shoot it on a phone? That's what I use. I'm using a 13. What's the subject? cartwheel. I'm gonna go back to the house and start working. I might set up a live stream inside while I'm cleaning and shit, because I gotta get shit done. That's the problem. I want a decent quality, but iPhone isn't gonna cut it. No. What kind of iPhone do you have? Trade it in for a 13 Pro Max. That's really it's good. What do you have? If you have an 8, yeah. What do you mean an iPhone isn't gonna cut it? What do you got? You have a 12? Even going and getting new lenses put on, you're still gonna have a better product than an iPhone SE. What's that? What's an iPhone SE? Trade it in for a 13 Pro Max and shoot it on that. You'll have it paid off in a couple years. That it's a cinematic mode. Just when you're importing them, do one at a time. Don't try and do like a whole bunch of them. iPhone SE. I don't even know what the fuck that is. It's the budget iPhone basically. Go get a new one, man. Go get a good one. You'll be able to pay it, cartwheel. You'll be able to pay it off with. Instead, what are you gonna do? Go to Best Buy and spend what, $1,300 on a Canon or something? Go get it. Go get a Pro Max. You pay $30 a month. You'll have something that is of good production value. It's a budget iPhone. Get rid of it. Seriously, get rid of it. Or keep it. But the 13 Pro Max, you're not going to have any problem with. You know, you want to make a film, like, you want to do like a... hang on. If it shoots video, there's no reason why you can't fix it in post-production and put it layered. Make it look like an old film or something. Do it. And cartwheel, you could always do one on your SE, right, as an experiment, and then redo it, like do it as a, a sketch, and then redo it later. And I do that all the time. It's like, I'm going to be doing it this summer. I'm going to be redoing stuff just with a sort of different look, you know? You keep going over stuff. And out of a little stuff becomes big stuff. Just make it on the SE so we can see it, and then you could reshoot it. Don't worry about like super high quality, because like, hang on, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna put it currently on the train service is spotty? Sorry. Like, if you're worried about like getting like this super slick finished product, you'll never do it. So just get a shitty product as a sketch and then redo it. See, you know what I'm saying? Just work with it. Just keep going over the same thing. That's how most artists work anyways. In a series, you do one, and then you do another that's in the same series, so that you can see progress. And that's what a gallery wants to see. That's what somebody with a critical eye wants to see, is you work in a series so you can see what's going on. You know, there's just like, doesn't matter. It's too late. Doesn't matter. It's all a done deal. Pretty much. done deal. Wasn't that difficult, I'll tell you that. I know. Pretty nice out, really. Oh, what was that? I feel like I should take a bath, but more than that, I feel like I should do some stuff in the house, let the dogs out, then maybe take a bath and go back to the barn, get that. I don't know, I'm debating whether I should start smoothing thin set on it. You know, I just sort of want to, like, get it going. Fucking bunny, man. B-roll, too. B-roll, you know? It's great hearing that. You got A-roll and you got B-roll. Thank you. Thank you very much. It's gonna be good. A-roll and B-roll. I like a video that jumps right to a B-roll shot. It's funny, which that might happen. I'll see. I don't really know what. I don't know, man. I don't know. I gotta rip something from YouTube. I gotta figure that out in the next couple hours. I gotta figure out how to do that. So, well, let me hang tight, because maybe if it comes private, it's easier to rip. I've ripped stuff from YouTube. I can always use a program that says you get fucking shit on your computer using that shit. I'll buy a program if I have to, you know. You can rip your own shit, no problem. I just don't know if I can rip someone else's stuff, but that is how we're doing it. So, you know, it's, unless you shoot with a phone, and that's not what we're doing. So it was just fine. I don't give a shit. Better quality anyway. That Coolpix is that's a great camera. But I like this. All right. I'm still officially mega live streaming. So, oh, no way. Robert. Hang on. I used to have that thing. I'll see ya.